Erling Haaland. Love him or hate him, you have definitely heard his name, and you know that he's one of the best football players in the new generation, alongside some big names like Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. And in today's video, we're gonna tell you some facts about Erling Haaland that you probably didn't know. At the end of this video, you will probably be shocked about how little you knew about Erling Haaland. But before we get into the video, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever we upload a video. I don't really know how the math in this one works, but this is the actual YouTube graph. I didn't change anything, I swear to God. Please subscribe. YouTube's going crazy. 95% of the footballers in the new generation have idolized footballers like Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, and some other big names. And Erling Haaland is no exception. Erling Haaland has idolized Cristiano Ronaldo and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I mean, you can literally tell that how close his play style is with Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I mean, the way they score some weird goals, the energy, and even the physicality. I'm sure that you've seen the clip of the guy trying to perform the most brutal tackle in history on Erling Haaland and gets injured himself. He injures people without even wanting to. They try to kill Haaland and he goes like, oops, sorry man, happened again, not my fault. You guys are just too weak. Haaland was definitely born to be an athlete. Just looking at his family's athletic background, I mean, he didn't have a choice, I guess. The one that you all probably know is that his father used to be a professional footballer who played for Leeds United and Manchester City. He didn't have a crazy career. He was an overall good footballer. I mean, if you play for Manchester City, you're alright. And it's worth mentioning that his mom is also a champion in heptathlon and his granddad used to be a runner. Erling Haaland loves his balls. No, that turned out so awkward, man. Sorry. Not those balls. I mean, I'm sure he loves those balls as well, but we're talking about football balls. He sleeps with his balls. Bro, it just keep getting more weird. What's this? He loves his balls. He sleeps with his balls. What the fuck? I mean, if you're watching this video, you probably know the basics of football. One of the traditions in football is that if you score a hat-trick in a game, you get to take the ball home. And not only Haaland takes the balls home, he puts them in his bed. He sleeps alongside the ball. We just talked about Erling Haaland football idols, Cristiano Ronaldo and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but did you know that to take this one step further, Erling Haaland copied Cristiano Ronaldo's diet to maximize his performance on the pitch and having a healthy life overall. He didn't even bother having a personalized diet. I mean, he just goes like, the best player in football history is eating these. Why wouldn't I? I'm gonna attempt to eat like C-bomb to make some gains. I mean, the lighting is bad. I'm just shredded. Just the lighting. Next, if you got the average human brain, you'll probably think that Erling Haaland is probably slow with the physique and the height that he got. But I'm here to tell you that it's definitely not the case. In addition to being so strong and tall, he is also incredibly fast. His top speed has been registered by an incredible speed of 36.22 kilometers per hour. That's just about 2 kilometers slower from Kylian Mbappe, who is the fastest footballer right now. Impressive, isn't it? It's no secret to the people that Erling Haaland is one of the most athletic people on this planet just by looking at how strong and how fast he is. But it used to be like this for his entire life. Erling Haaland broke a world record when he was just 5 years old. He broke a world record in his age category, which was 5 years old back then in 2006, for the standing long jump. He jumped 1.63 meters. That's 2 centimeters away from jumping a whole Marco Verratti. And no one has even tried to break this record even to this day. I mean, if you have a 5-year-old son, it's worth trying. I mean, I got a 4-year-old brother. Maybe I train him to beat Haaland. I'm coming for you. To be more accurate, my brother is coming for you. My 4-year-old brother is about to kick your ass, man. You all have probably seen Erling Haaland play for the Norway national team, but what if I told you that he wasn't even born in Norway? Back in July 2000, when Erling Haaland's dad, Alfie Haaland, was playing for Leeds United in the Premier League in England. To be more specific, Erling Haaland was born in England, but later he chose to represent Norway as his national team. As he said, it was more natural for him to play for Norway since he has spent most of his childhood there. Just imagine for a second that Erling Haaland chose to play for England. The unbelievable duo of Erling Haaland and Harry Kane. I mean, their existence in the pitch both at the same time is enough for both of the goalkeepers, both of the teams to just shit their pants. Speaking of breaking records, Erling Haaland has scored 9 goals in a single football match, an official match. Back in May 2019 in the under 20 years old World Cup, they won the game 12-0 and Haaland scored 9 of those goals. That's 3 hat-tricks in a single game. That's a bit too much. And you score 3 goals, just sub him off, bro. Come on. That's enough. A few years ago, in his Dortmund debut, Erling Haaland got in the pitch in the second half as a substitute and scored a hat-trick in 23 minutes and helped his team to win that match with a score of 5-3. What a good way to start your career in Bundesliga. If Cristiano Ronaldo is your idol, you probably love to win the Champions League. And Erling Haaland is no exception. He prioritized Champions League in his football career over anything else. That he set the Champions League anthem his phone alarm. Just imagine waking up 6 a.m. in the morning while the Champions League anthem is being played. It feels like a lucid dream. And obviously he won the Champions League this season. As a Real Madrid fan, I have to say that I'm really disappointed by our performance against Man City. It's really not the best place to talk about this. I can go all day. We didn't even touch the ball for 5 minutes. Fuck it, man. I mean, at least we stopped Haaland. That's the whole point of this video. We stopped Erling Haaland. Hopefully when I am 70 years old, Kylian Mbappe is going to join our club, and again we're going to have some stuff to talk about in the Champions League. Fuck, man. As we talked about how athletic Erling Haaland's family were, he tried a lot of sports when he was a teenager. His dad needed to make sure that the sport that Erling Haaland wants to become a professional in is his choice, not anyone's else. And he was extremely talented in handball. And so many coaches told him that you can make a living off of this. But as a football fan, I'm really glad that he chose to play football. So after Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, we still have content to watch, thank God. Haaland is very big, he is very tall, he's very strong. And because of that, he was called the man child in the Molde youth team in Norway. In the previous Champions League season that Man City won, I just have to keep talking about this. Erling Haaland became the 3rd footballer in the Champions League history to score 5 goals in a single game. He could have probably scored 6 if Pep Guardiola wasn't such a huge Messi fan after all. Let him play for some extra minutes. What's wrong with you, Pep? Last season was Erling Haaland's first season in the Premier League. Expectations were so high, but not this high. Erling Haaland broke the Premier League goal record in his first season in the Premier League. He scored 36 goals in just 35 games. The record was previously held by Alan Shearer and Andy Cole, who scored 35 goals in 42 games. I mean, you can debate that he had De Bruyne on his side, but Sergio Aguero used to play with Kevin De Bruyne as well. Why didn't he do that? We have talked about Erling Haaland's physicality and strength throughout this video a lot, but this one's by far the craziest one. When Erling Haaland was doing the preseason medical test, he realized that he grew 1 centimeter in height. I mean, what else would he grow? To be honest, I refuse to believe that he grew. If you notice the way he just stands, he has a really weird posture. I think his posture is getting better, results in him looking taller. I mean, if I stand like this and do a height test, it's gonna bump here. But if I stand like this, it's gonna bump. I don't know, I might be just overthinking it. He may have grown taller. Who knows? Thank you all for watching the video until the end, and if you don't mind, please subscribe to the channel. It's free, you can always change your mind, and like the video if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to tell me that how many of these facts you actually knew. See you guys next time.